Billy Napier is out at Florida, fired during his fourth season in Gainesville. I know you guys have seen the news already, but in this video, we're going to talk about how the firing of Billy Napier impacts Florida Gator recruiting. Before we do that, Gator fans, hit subscribe. There is some chaos right now. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue talking Florida Gator recruiting throughout this coaching search, so jump on board and hit subscribe. So we've all seen it now. Billy Napier fired after a win over Mississippi State, but the win over a lowly SEC opponent didn't cover the fact that the Gators are 3-4 this year. They've lost to USF at home. They lost again to Miami. You can't lose to your rivals if you're a head coach in the state of Florida. And Billy Napier has an overall record of 22-23 during his time in Gainesville. His 12-16 record in the SEC stunk. But finishing the 2024 season with a 4-game winning streak, I think last season kind of gave Gator fans hope. And I think with the emergence of DJ Lagway at the end of that season, it gave the appearance that UF was heading in the right direction. You could see that because Billy Napier closed with a strong recruiting class. And here we have, let's take a look at Billy Napier's recruiting classes. Since 2022, where he finished 19th, 2023, the class finished 13th. 2024 was probably his best overall class. That's the one that included 2 5-stars, DJ Lagway and LJ McCray. 2025, they finished 10th. You know, considering that the fans criticized Dan Mullen for not being able to recruit, and that was the reason that they wanted him. I mean, if I remember correctly, he had a couple top 10 classes, and the rest of his classes looked just in line with what Billy Napier did. So although Billy Napier did recruit some really good players, his overall recruiting was kind of on par with Dan Mullen. I mean, if you look at it that way. So currently in 2026, UF has the number 13th class in the country, but will it hold? So that's what I want to talk about here. We got Florida Gator commits in the top 150. The Gators have 5 of them. Here you see Davian Gross. He's out of the state of Texas, 6'1", 190, the number 6 wide receiver in America. KJ Ford, Kevin Ford out of Duncanville, Texas. Jeraylin McCoy out of Tupelo, Mississippi. CJ Bronow, who was a one-time Nebraska commitment. He's already backed off one commitment. That was right when the season started, I believe. He decommitted from Nebraska and commits to Florida. Now Michigan circling back on CJ Bronow. And then you got defensive lineman Kendall Gervil. He's out of Fort Myers. And if I remember correctly, Texas was heavily involved in that one, as were a couple other teams. Pretty good response here from Jeraylin McCoy. He said, quote, "Like I tell everybody, and I even told coach, I'm committed to a program. I'm not committed to a coach or a specific person." Now, that's exactly what you want to hear if you're a Gator fan, because facts are facts. Sometimes recruits do commit to a school, and I think ideally all recruits want to say that they commit to a school, but that's just not how it works. A lot of recruits commit to a coach. So we'll see what happens here with the Florida Gators. I mean, Davian Gross, I feel like he's pretty locked in. Edge KJ Ford, Kevin Ford out of Duncanville, 6'3", 245. I mean, I think he's looking around a little bit. There's been reports throughout the season on Gators Online about Kevin Ford and his commitment. Obviously, it sounds like Jeraylin McCoy's locked in. We'll see what happens with CJ Bronow. Kendall Gervil, I like where he sits. 4-star in-state wide receiver Justin Williams had a strong message. He said, quote, "To be honest, my commitment is with Florida. I'm here at Florida, whoever the coach is." And I think that's all you would want to hear if you're a Gator fan, but obviously that's not how it always goes. Number 13th ranked class. As of Sunday, we are taping this at about 3 p.m. Central Time, and there haven't been any decommits officially yet. We're still waiting to see kind of the fallout of this as Florida Gators enter this head coaching search. What's your wish list look like? I was over on Gators Online. They got some coaches that they're naming on their hot board edition 1.0. You got Lane Kiffin, Eli Drinkwitz, Marcus Freeman, Jed Fish. I think those are maybe at the top of what I would call a wish list. Lane Kiffin's not going to, hey, you got to make sure he's your first phone call, though. Eli Drinkwitz, he's having a great year at Missouri. Marcus Freeman, obviously, enough said at Notre Dame. Jed Fish having, he rode his success at Arizona to Washington. He's been there, I think, 2 years now. Also, what about names like a Brent Key, Rhett Lashley, Jeff Brom? Jeff Brom, how about that win Louisville had on Friday night over the number 2 ranked Miami Hurricanes? James Franklin's available. I mean, he said yesterday on game day on ESPN that he's ready to coach. He wants to coach. He's going to coach. Do you think it should be at UF? How you guys feeling? I mean, I think that fans, just reading the comment section, I think fans had turned the page on Billy Napier already. I think they kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt coming out of last season. Like I said, with the emergence of DJ Lagway with that 4-game win streak, people thought maybe, hey, he needed 2.5 years to get it going. In year 3, we finally see some results at the end of the season, but in year 4, it didn't take long for Scott Strickland, Florida's AD, to make a move and fire Billy Napier. So UF fans, talk to me. How do you feel about the number 13 ranked Gator recruiting class, and how do you feel about the coaching hot board? We love hot board season over here on the Inside Scoop. So let me know, who is your pick? Ideally, who do you think the Florida Gators will hire as their next head coach? Let me know, comment section below.